it's breathtaking when you walk in, when you look at it. Routine things have become luxuries and exciting and things you look forward to every day. I credit Mariusz and his team for bringing that to life. This house had been frozen in time since we moved in. There had been really no upgrades to it. Everything felt kind of stale, and so I felt like it needed some freshening up, and I decided to start on the bedroom and bath. It's amazing what they did because it feels like a different home when you walk into this space versus the rest that I haven't remodeled yet. I knew Mariusz before, years before I started the project. We had crossed paths on a job, and loved his attention to detail and just the quality of his work and how much care he put into everything. He treats every home like it's his own, and that was all I needed to see to know that that is the person that I want to work on my house. When Tanya, the designer, came along and Mariusz recommended me, I already trusted him because I knew someone to work with Mariusz and his level of detail has to be great herself. And so I got to meet Tanya, and I had a little hesitation because there's this stereotype about designers, hard to work with, but Tanya was the opposite. She was so down to earth and humble and so easy to talk to and work with. The amazing thing about Tanya is that she has her own ideas, but she allows you to really express what you're wanting to do and plays off of that, and then uses her experience to bring the vision to life. We embarked on the closet this past year, and that in itself was incredible. Everyone I've showed it to is just stunned at the detail and the beauty. I wanted it to go darker, give it a more gentleman vibe, and they did this Venetian plaster on the wall. They did a stretch ceiling at the top with beautiful ambient lighting, and we decided to do oak for the cabinets, and they stained that black. And that's another thing that's amazing about Mariusz and his team is they make their own cabinets. They do so many things in-house that you really can appreciate the quality and the work and the detail that they put into what they do. And then just some fancy things like having a ironing board that pops out of the wall, and then a hamper that's on a hinge, like just some cool things that I had just mentioned, you're not expecting it to really happen, but they took everything I said in and they brought it to life. The coordination between Mariusz and Tanya was seamless. I mean, it seems like they've worked together for decades. So I think that was a huge part of why this was so successful and seamless, is the collaboration between the designer and the person actually doing the work and putting it in. The moment I walked in when they had finished and he unwrapped everything and showed me for the first time was surreal, because it's, you see pictures, you see designs, ideas, but until you see it in person, it never does it justice. It's like you're watching House Hunters and like the people always get emotional when they show, and I never understood it until it happened to me when he did the reveal. I said, this is my bathroom, this is my house. It was an incredible feeling. It was the most positive change I've ever embarked on, and it still to this day affects my life so positively, and my quality of life has gone up so much.